Ever since Animal Crossing New Horizons got released back in March, it took the community by storm. Many people loved the game the second they got their hands on it. Others, I can't say felt the same. But me, I'm somewhere in the middle. Animal Crossing is a relaxing and charming game, but there were definitely some things that could have made the game better. But in the meantime, I also got my hands on Stardew Valley, another life simulator game, and I couldn't help myself to compare the two games. And when you piece the facts together, there's a pretty strong case for Stardew Valley being the superior game. And here are some reasons why. Now, before I start, I might as well clarify a few things. I'm talking about New Horizons and not the entire Animal Crossing franchise. I haven't played as much Stardew Valley as I have Animal Crossing, reason being I got it later. And finally, I want to state that I have the debating skills of an aggressive toddler, so I'm not looking for a fight, I just want to share some of my opinions. One of Animal Crossing's biggest gimmicks is its money. Almost everything is based around their currency, bells. But in New Horizons, practically the only way to make money that's worth spending is by playing the stock market, their version of the stock market. It's risky, challenging, and quite fun when you get the hang of it, but it's the primary way to make bells, and I don't think the children that the game is aimed for would really find it very fun. And because this way is so effective, the game has gone through inflation, as the prices of items have been updated to become more and more expensive. So at this point in the game, it's stock or nothing. Stardew Valley, on the other hand, isn't very focused around money as much. It's pretty simplistic and average, which fits the calming style of the game. But what I like most about this way is that it gives you plenty of options for how you want to make your money, as you can fish, produce crops, and farm animals. This is a specific category, but it's something that both games utilize pretty fondly. When it comes to catching fish, the gimmick that Stardew Valley uses is fun and interactive. You cast your line, wait for a bite, then do a small mini-game where you try to keep your green bar on a fish icon to reel in the fish. However, in Animal Crossing, the only gimmick to catching a fish is to cast your line, pray that the fish even sees your bobber, and time your reel when the bobber goes down. This way to fish is very irritating in my opinion, especially when you do it for a long period of time. For the time system that's used to go through the day cycle, Stardew Valley's time goes by 10 minutes every 7 seconds, and only 20 hours are available to you. But you are given the option to sleep until the next day at almost any time of the day, which gives a lot of flexibility and simplicity. But as you should know, Animal Crossing runs on the time of the day in real life, right?
Meanwhile, in our universe...
This can be broken through the act of changing the time on your Switch, or time traveling. The entire game can be...
cheese.
And many people have decided to go this route, including myself. Now, I only commit the time crimes in order to breed flowers. I'll explain that soon enough. But as for the game being run by real time, it's pretty clever and iconic to the series, but it puts down many limitations. For example, the shops will only be open at certain times of the day, and if you're an early bird like me, I wake up, get on Animal Crossing, and catch critters until my pockets are full and head to the shop to sell them. Well, tough luck for me, I have to wait a few hours until I can clear my inventory. I remember the Animal Crossing New Leaf had the option to choose a night owl or early bird schedule for the shops. Why did they remove that option? Who knows, it's Nintendo, they can do what they want. When it comes to farming, this is Stardew Valley's strong suit. This game is based almost entirely around the farm that you inherited from your grandpa. There are tons of different crops that you can grow each season that you can either use as food, gifts, or to sell. I personally haven't ventured very far into farming, so I won't pick around it too much. Animal Crossing's version of crops are the fruit trees that you grow around your island. Your island is given a national fruit, but if you grow fruits from the outside, you can sell them for more. But there are really only 6 types of fruit, much less than there are in Stardew Valley. Another plant system Animal Crossing uses are flowers. These are primarily used to decorate your island, but I like to breed them to get hybrid colors. The catch is that the chances of 2 flowers of breeding will be only 1 in 20, so if you want to be successful, you have to plant and wait a bunch. But the results of this breed depend on literal biological genes. You know, the dominant and recessive traits, Punnett square, the whole genetics rigmarole. This is the kind of thing they teach you in high school biology. And who is the game aimed for again? Yeah, 10-year-old. Personally, I find it fun to get all the colors for every flower, but with the time that it takes to get the right results, it's infuriatingly slow. And that's why I time travel to breed flowers. It took me not 1, not 2, but 3 months of breeding to produce a blue rose. If you want to get a blue rose, don't try and breed it. Just get it for me. I've got too many blue roses flooding my island. I'm practically giving my blue roses away for the low price of nothing. Come stop at the garbage island I call Mintland. Make friends with my cat. Hang out with this blue sheep thing, and talk to this deer that no one likes. All you have to do is bring a shovel and dig up as many blue roses as you want for free. That's right, free. All the same exact color of rose you could ever dream of. All yours for free. And don't forget, kids, it's free real estate. Just to clarify, by interface I'm talking about menus, selections, art, and dialogue systems within the game. Stardew Valley has a pretty clean 8-bit interface, and everything is easy to get around. It's interactive, stylish, and pretty simple. As for Animal Crossing, I gotta say, when it comes to the art of the interface, they nailed it. They chose a theme and they stuck to it. Very clean cut and neat. But on the other hand, I gotta say, when it comes to the movement of the interface, they blew it. Going through text and doing actions take forever. I could give plenty of examples of slow-moving text in the game, whether it's going to someone's island or buying flower seeds, but I can just convince you by comparing the 2 games' time it takes for them to craft fishing bait. In both of these games, you have villagers in your town acting as your townspeople and whatnot. In Animal Crossing, you can't have too many people on your island at a time, but there's a huge variety that you can get. Stardew Valley, on the other hand, has plenty of villagers in your town, but that's all there is. I feel Animal Crossing made a huge mistake making so many different animals in the game. Why? Well, because when you shove about 400 different characters into a game, the developers don't want to go through the process of giving each and every one of them their own dialogue and personalities. But, I kid you not, they were so lazy that there are only 8 personality types out of all of the animals. This makes the interaction between your townspeople extremely boring after only a short amount of time. Oftentimes, I'll find 2 different animals say the exact same thing as each other. This is really bad on Nintendo's part. But now, let's take a look at Stardew Valley's villagers. Instead of groups of people having the same text and personality, they each individually have their own dialogue, personalities, and even backstories. They all have different roles into the community, schedules they have to follow, and even opinions of you as the character. You can get some villagers to like you more than others, and here is the cherry on top. If they love you enough, you can get married. This is an actual thing. I've never seen this in any other game. Maybe that's an overstatement. I'm sorry, Skyrim, and Harvest Moon, and Fire Emblem, and Fable, and Final Fantasy, and maybe Sims? Sims. Can we count Sims? We can? Alright, Sims. But if Sims counts, we're gonna count Tomodachi Life. That game holds my childhood together. Well, let's not get off topic before it's too late. To be serious, it's a great feature in the game, and makes the compassion you make between the characters of the game grow more, and make you care for a fictional character. I've said a few meany things about Animal Crossing, so I'll give it some credit that it deserves. Even though the stock market system isn't very stable, I still find it fun to blow my money and pray for a good turnip price. The flower breeding system is very tedious, but I have to say, it's very fulfilling to have created a hybrid flower in the end. The whole system is fun if you're the right person. But what I believe everyone loves about the game is the terraforming. You are given endless freedom of how you want your island to look, and can lead to some pretty crazy creativity. And I will be honest, I've played Animal Crossing for over 10 times the amount of hours as I did of Stardew Valley. And even though I know the whole base of Stardew, there could be some things that I've missed or haven't seen yet that could change some of my opinions. And honestly, when I piece all the facts together about Stardew Valley, I really can't help but say that the game is still better.